what is mixing versus what is mastering? And Carlos kind of alluded to that a moment ago when you were describing how much more complex your mastering workflow has now become because of the Atmos requirements. Um, and so, maybe let's have the mastering engineer in the space answer the question of really theoretically, what should the line be between mixing and mastering?
This is a good question. Uh, at the CD era, when I remember that I received people on my room with analog tapes. So you put your tape, play, pass through analog stuff, go to a workstation, produce a sequence, the codes, and then prepare a master physical for delivery. So the master engineer um, became the last here for quality control and send a perfect mastered CD for a factory to be replicated. So when we lost the CD media, when we lost the media, this part of job for master engineers disappear, and people finish the mix. Why I will send to a master engineer so I can do this here and send it to Spotify or something. One step of my job disappeared. It's gone. So people start to mix and master together without the compromise with the delivery specifications. Nowadays, of course, we have the loudness recommendations and something like that, but you can do your mastering before mix or together. You know, if you don't want to experience a new ear or some, I don't know, the experience of engineer. But with Atmos, it's now another thing because you finish your mix and you don't have time to stay checking between speakers, between headphones, binaural, stereo, the stereo version for AG tracks or some other I don't know, RCD, vinyl, I don't know. You have one song to be delivered in a lot of formats. Now, I'm doing a work now. The guy asked for me, yeah, I need a mastering for CD, vinyl, Atmos, 2-track stereo. So the master engineer became again the quality control and the responsible for put all together and deliver for the specific formats correctly. So I think that nowadays the master engineer will have much more work to do, considering the quality control. And this is, for me, is the most important thing on Atmos is the quality control to be sure that your song will play correctly through the all kind of speakers or ways or medias or whatever. So I think that when at this only streaming area to track, mix and mastering become all together, and sometimes you have no compromise with delivery, only with a hot song. It's like a mix with a bombed mix. You know, you put a lot of things on this mix and punch or whatever, without any compromise of where this song will be played. So I think with Atmos, change everything. Uh, and in a other way, some work that I do, I'm sending to TV. It's another protocol. It's another loudness normalization. So I have this experience to work and listen with all environments. So I think that nowadays, more than ever, the master engineer is so important for the production chain. And I would
Absolutely.
like to to say just one thing, as Brian is speaking. Uh, Atmos is a egocentric listening. So this is another thing that is hard to, to you stay here in a specific point listening. If you put 1 meter here, 1 meter, you lost all the information that came from speakers. So for me, binaural listening is more important nowadays, more than ever, than
Mm.
the speakers.